Hi everyone, welcome to On the Other Hand. I'm Ariane Zurcher, and today's video is the top 5 mistakes I've made as an artist. By the way, there are way more than 5, but these are the top 5 for sure. Number 1, impatience with the process. What I mean by that, when I'm working on something like my vessel, and I find myself moving too quickly, wanting it to be done before it can be. And so doing things that when I look at them, when I take a moment and I step back, I look at what I'm doing and I think, no, what am I thinking? And it is almost always because I'm being impatient. I started adding a whole bunch of stuff, right? And what I've realized is, as I'm looking at it, I'm being impatient. I'm rushing because this center part here is really nicely realized. And then to just start adding huge, big swatches of stuff, while some of it I like, I don't like all of it, and it's too much, too big, too fast. I need to always remind myself, you have to respect the process. I have to be patient with myself, really with myself. Being impatient with the process, number 1, leads me to number 2, which is I don't want to be a beginner. And yet, if I'm going to learn something, I am absolutely a beginner. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have to learn. It's easy to look at a video and you see someone who's been doing something for years and thousands of times, and it looks so easy. And then you try it thinking, oh, that looks really easy. And this is what happens. Or this, where I'm getting and I can't pull the thing up. Or, I try doing layers of stuff and I get this kind of, it's cool, but it's not pulling everything off the plate. I'm trying to do really complicated things here with layering and sgraffito and text stencils and all kinds of stuff. I need to start at the beginning. I need to learn how to put some paint, get some paint on here, bray it, and then pull it, and just do that. And then work up to the other things. I'm sort of leapfrogging ahead. And that's something that I know about myself. I see something, I get it in my head, I think, oh, that looks easy, let me do that. Then it doesn't turn out. I get frustrated. I try increasingly complicated things like layering, stencils, graffiti, all kind, whatever. But what I really need to do is start from the beginning. I need to start at the basics. I need to just learn how to get the right amount of paint on here. This I started doing I'll do it with fabric paint. I hadn't even done, I'm leapfrogging way ahead, hoping that it's all going to be as easy as it seems, and then it's not. So now I'm moving back, start at something simple. Number 3, not staying true to myself. One of the things that I really have had to take time and learn has been about myself, what I feel and what I care about, what resonates deeply for me. Because if I don't know that, I cannot possibly express it in my art. It may come out by mistake, and sometimes it does. But if I really know that, then the intention is there. The ability to then create and express myself more authentically is something that now I'm able to do. These are all examples of expressions of me, of what I like, of what I love, of what I feel passionate about, of emotion, of whatever I'm going through. Of course, there are also elements of composition. Does this work? Is the saturation of colors working? All of that comes into play, of course, but I need to be true to myself. First and foremost, I need to be authentic. And when I'm able to do that and be that, it then shows up in my work. Number 4, don't try to be anything but you. So, in other words, when I'm creating, I see things all the time. I live in Chelsea. My husband and I go on a weekly, sometimes twice a week, art walk. We go to art galleries. We see all kinds of different things. And it's wonderful because I get inspired and I see people doing all kinds of interesting things and using different materials, and it sparks my imagination and I start thinking outside of the box as well. We live in a time where we're so saturated with, which is wonderful, with artists and different materials being used. There's so many more materials being incorporated, and that's really exciting. And so the message is just do you. It's easy to think, oh, my work should be more like that, or it should be more like, this, or it should have, I should be doing oil painting, or whatever, it's just really easy to sort of do a kind of negative spin on whatever I'm doing. So, number 4, just do you. Which leads me to the last one, number 5, comparing myself to others. This is such a killjoy. Going on Instagram, seeing what other people are doing, and then feeling less than. This isn't a race. Nobody's getting to the finish line. I need to, and this then also takes in number 3, which is staying true to myself. I need to stay true to me. I'm just experimenting and creating, and that will then inevitably result in something that is an expression of me, which is unlike anybody else. And I know it in my heart, and it's the best feeling in the world. So those are the top 5. If any of them resonated with you, great. If they didn't, awesome. We all have our own paths here. Couple things. This is cheesecloth that I got from Julie Booth. I'll put her Instagram down below. She dyes cheesecloth, and then we'll sell it, and she'll sort of announce it on Instagram. In any case, she does really lovely little bits of cheesecloth, so I bought a whole bunch of it. Look at it all, and it arrived. Lots of purples and rusts and blues and greens and turquoise and mustard and pink, and there's red, and then more sort of lavender, but isn't that lovely? It's just so wonderful to see all this. Yeah, so go over to Instagram and give her some support if you're into. I mean, she also does lots of stitching and different things. This is her card. This is some of her stitching that she does. She uses a lot of beadwork, and in any case, she's over on Instagram. I'll put her Instagram handle on this video. I'll just put it I'll just put it down here as I'm talking. But isn't that lovely? So thank you, Julie. Love this. Just lovely. To end this video, I want to touch on something that comes up quite a lot as a woman artist, which is this idea that whatever I'm creating should be useful. No, it does not need to be useful. Whatever I'm doing just needs to be whatever I'm doing. I don't need it to be useful. There's this idea, we are told our worth is based on how useful we are. It's okay to just create for the fun of creating, for the joy of expressing yourself creatively. It's okay. It doesn't have to be useful. It doesn't have to be something that I then put on a table and put flowers in, or whatever, a storage container. It can just be an object of art. And I just want to give a shout out to all the women out there who are creating. I'm creating because it's what I need to do. It's pretty simple. I need to give myself permission to create things that are not useful. Useful in that utilitarian way. Go out, create and be uniquely you, and I'm embracing you and cheering you on as you do it.